It is young and it's playful, and that's what India is for me.
Jivan character, for me, he was my past self.
So in these initial stages, I don't think we can expect such characters.
We wanted America to be reactive to this story.
Do you still worry about how the movie will be received?
Yes, yeah.
Hello, all of you. Welcome to the Hindu.
Hello.
Hi. So, first question to you, Sarthak. So, when the movie begins, there is a fancy dress of sorts, like a function that's going on in school,
Yeah.
and obviously it ends with you're symbolizing India, right?
Yeah.
With the tricolor as such.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to know what is your idea of India and how different it is from the reality that you're witnessing today.
Yeah, I think my version of India is the opening shot itself, where it's the Mother India standing and there are people dancing around. So there's some sense of patriotism, but at the same time she laughs as well. So that even India, it is playful. It is young and it's playful, and that's what India is for me.
Yeah.
But what happens is that, and what is shown in the film, that it's not 100% India, but it is a segment of India, like
Right.
which is the opposite of what we have it in the in the opening shot.
And also the title itself, Green Girl,
Yeah.
it's obviously very catchy as well as you're trying to say something, right? So how exactly did you arrive at that title?
Yeah, I think that was almost like a paradox that we wanted to create, where we the film acts like a character study of sort, like of Amina and Jeevan and slightly Premana as well. But we just wanted to simplify Amina's character into a color to show how superficial that feels. Like it was after the film ends, you know Amina personally, and you kind of know what she is, like what kind of a person she is. But the title, like instead of naming it Amina, like to humanize it, we're just labeling a color onto her, because
Right.
whatever happens to her is because of her. I mean, her color. And
Right. Got it. Yeah. So both of you, when you first heard the story, how did you process it? Mainly because obviously this is a love story, but it is not your girl meets boy somewhere, like cute episodes, and then some problems happen of sort. Because here you already established that you both are in a relationship, and there's obviously some tension around the fact that you both are seeing each other, right? So how did you process it when you first heard the story?
So, like when I first heard the story, the initial thought was just it's a love story and it is beautiful.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned, like it is like they just don't meet and they become lovers. So when I heard the story, I love their tenderness, their innocence, especially Jeevan's, as he's around that space.
Yeah.
So for me, it was it was not that easy because Jeevan character, for me, he was my past self.
Right.
So to get to that character, it was a bit easy, but to bring that naturality and
Yeah.
for to bring that innocence and all that, it was a bit difficult.
Correct. And of course, it's a very innocent
Yeah.
character. What about you?
So when I first heard the story, as you said, it was beautiful, and I mainly focused on Amina as a character because I was about to play the role. I wanted to play that character. I wanted to live Amina's life because it is somewhat different. Like when it comes to me as an actor, it's my debut film as a lead, and so in these initial stages, I don't think we can expect such characters. So yeah, that was main thing for me. And then in the story, Amina and Jeevan's world. So it's very it's very special and very uh, uh, I don't know how I can explain it, but like I understood the feeling, and I just wanted to be a part of it.
Right. Nice. And so obviously, when you just go to internet and type coastal Karnataka,
yeah,
there is this common, how do you say, discussion about communal hate.
yeah,
Right. So, what is your understanding of the situation actually?
yeah. It is like communal tensions have have always been there.
Yeah.
But there's also Bapanadu as well, so like even that is there. But the communal tensions are always like boiling on the surface,
Yeah.
and our main intention, like for making the film, was usually like when people get moral policed, like couples of that generation, they are often shamed. Like
Yeah.
even those videos that come out, people look at it from a point of view of shame, and the questions are, did they need that, and in their age to study, like did they need to do that and stuff. So our main intention was to give them a glorious canvas, like that couple, that young couple, because however immature it might seem, like, they're still, what they're doing is a political act in a way,
Yeah, yeah.
subconsciously, but
Correct.
we wanted to glorify that in a way.
Got it. Yeah. And you said about innocence, right? Now, when you play such a character, are you drawing from your own like life experiences to kind of add to Jeevan? Like maybe you would have seen something, a boy like that, or you would have kind of undergone those feelings within you. How did you do that?
Yes, I definitely like added my my
Yeah.
thing to that.
Yeah.
I have experienced that, I mean, I told Jeevan was my
Yeah.
past self. So I myself had a lot of insecurities in my past. So I got over it. So when I thought of Jeevan, I know like I thought I can add all these things to him. So in a way, it added a lot to character.
Nice. And what about you?
So here, Amina is completely different than Suchaitha as a person.
Yeah.
So when I wanted to play that character, so the main thing was, what if I am Amina, like not Suchaitha, and there like I started thinking like Amina, and yeah, Amina is all about she's very mature, practical, and whereas Jeevan is very naive. So yeah, that was
The reason why I asked is, so obviously, like there's a scene where she smokes, and he's kind of okay with it. Like, but you're also showing the setting to be very conservative, right? He also kind of goes back to those men who are extremely conservative, but he's okay to see her smoke, isn't it? So I wanted to know where his understanding of, how do you say, inclusivity or being progressive comes from, because his only concern is that smoking causes whatever cancer, illness, and apart from that, he's okay that it's not like she's a girl so she can't smoke. He's not saying that. So where does it come from? Like and also with her as well, she tells that in one of the scenes, of course this is a Hindu-Muslim love story, and she says that in this era, why do we have to stress so much about interfaith? So how, what is their mindset like, which you would have imagined, but maybe not explicitly shown?
Yeah, I think the main driving force was his source of everything is his innocence, and her source of everything is a rebellion. And so after a point, like even the reason that she smooths or like drives the scooter without the helmet, it's all one small hint at rebellion, that she's rebelling with her own world. We didn't explore that world because it's Jeevan's. Like Jeevan is the protagonist, but we have given hints where we kind of peek into her world as well, like the reasons why she does certain things. But him being okay with her smoking, like they've known each other from so long, like it's whatever she does, it's fine. Like, she hits him all the time, and he doesn't like react, and that it's all just there.
Both of you, what was the toughest scene to crack in the movie, if you were to?
Mine, okay, so in the trailer, there's this small bit of her, dancing, like, and all the firecrackers and everything. There. And I am very reserved as a person. So for me, it was I was nervous before doing that. Like, we did rehearsals, and then I was still nervous, but then somehow I did it. Like,
right. And this is a question to all three of you. Obviously, Jeevan's character keeps talking about the American dream, right? Which most of the Indians have, that, let's go and settle down in America. Let's study in America. So is it like also like a one-stop solution, going to America? Mainly because it comes from the disappointment that you have about your own surroundings or what's happening and all that. Because the other side of it is like, how do you say, like migrants are not obviously well received across the world. And you know that how the job market itself is not very safe or something like that. So how do you look at this thing about American dream that Indians have?
Yeah, I studied in the US itself.
Right.
So like the germ of the idea, like I think it started over there itself, where the climax, like you know
Yeah.
what happens, right?
Yeah.
So that originated over there. Like I felt I did the same thing, like by going there.
Going
So that was kind of the starting point.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why we included that American themes over here was obviously they don't know the geographical or the political awareness of America. Like it's just the feeling of the grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah.
And I think America just denotes that freedom, like just the feeling of America, like not the geography of America. So I think that's what we wanted to convey in this. Like America means freedom for these two people. Like it doesn't mean the actual country of America.
I think in the movie for Jeevan, I personally think America metaphorically means freedom.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. And whereas Amina, she wants to support him, and then we'll go. But
Yeah.
do you think we can go? So that is like she knows the reality, and she's like, don't be too naive. Like I don't know like if we'll reach there, if we
Yeah.
get there. So yeah, that is America for me.
So as Jeevan is naive, for him America is an escape.
Yeah.
So from everything what is happening to him here,
Correct.
from all his maybe his insecurities or everything, for him America is an escape. So that's about it from Jeevan.
Correct.
Jeevan's perspective, that is it. America, if I go to America, everything will be
Everything will
fine.
Yeah.
I think the main thing is that from for the people of small towns, like the ones that were shown in this, America is that like for everyone. And the same way how Americans look at India for different things, that it's much more peaceful there, it's much more this one there. I think which it's not over here, but that's their perception.
Yeah,
and
like you
this
said,
is our
grass is
perception.
green on the other
Yeah,
side
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of thing. Yeah, yeah. So, while you were working for this, or like when you heard the story, did you look upon a film that kind of feels like, okay, we need to reach this kind of a level or bar in terms of the theme I'm talking about, like the interfaith, or generally when there's a tension between two couples because they come from different backgrounds.
There was not a film for the theme of it that we referred to, but for the technical aspects, yeah, definitely. Like there were standards that we set, like it needs to be this. But for the theme, that it just went to the flow because it all started from the script. So I think we just followed that as a skeleton. Where we referred to other films were the technical aspects of it.
Yeah.
For the story, I think subconsciously there was Sairat, Dadat, Laila Majnu, and like that's not interfaith, but it's forbidden love, right? So
Yeah, yeah. So, Sairat, what did you like in it?
I like the ending of it, like how it suddenly just snaps. There's no
Very,
explanation.
how do you say, very brutal? Like very,
It is. Sairat is very brutal. I think Dadat kind of ruined everything. But Sairat, everything feels real. Like even though it's a really filmy version of the same story, but it feels raw. Like like all the visuals are very palpable. So I think that was the main thing that we tried to do. And we shot in all real locations so that even though there is some hints of magical realism in the film, it still needs to feel rooted and grounded.
Correct.
Because if we position these magical realistic elements in a world which already looks fake, it's not going to serve anything. So I think the general world needed to feel really like authentic, and then we can add these elements on top of it.
So when you say technical elements, so there's a lot of fire involved in this, right? In the beginning of the film, the ending. So how did you go about the lighting of the film?
The lighting, every time the fire comes, like it comes for different purposes. Like for certain things, it adds like ambient light, and during her dance scene, it's this feminine fire that we use through fireworks, and in the and there's an explosion thing as well. For the lighting, should I give you a technical answer?
Yeah, that's fine.
So the DOP is Abhinay Pandit. Like he shot big dots at the Hanuman Kandidu and stuff. So we studied together, so that we already had this bond, like where I just tell him what needs to be conveyed, or like how it needs to feel like. So for that explosion stuff and everything, like I just wanted the frame to fill with the light of the explosion and them to be silhouetted, and then we
Yeah.
can add those halation stuff to give them that wrap kind of a light.
Correct.
So the lighting was pretty minimal for that. Like we just added like two like huge ambient lights on top of them, and then since it was shot at 240 FPS, like in reality it was much brighter than what it is on camera.
Right.
So on camera it's silhouette, but in reality you will see everything over there. And I think that's for that. And also the fireworks shot as well. I think we follow the same pattern, like just ambient lights throughout, because it's shot really wide as well. So we needed to place the lights really far away, like I think it was 300 HMIs or something. Like, so we placed it all around to light up the whole route. Then the fireworks also did their job.
Yeah.
So,
And also, when you talk about music, like say when, of course, there's a tragedy that happens and Jeevan's character is expected to react to it towards the end of it.
yeah.
You play a slightly upbeat kind of music, right?
Yeah.
And I think in the end also there's a bit of this opera.
Yeah.
So how do you mix these things, and why do it so?
The main idea for the music is music needed to act like America, and that overseeing this story. So like every time anything happens, like even in the Sangatana, like in the beginning, the office. So that's when we introduce the theme, the musical tone of the film. So I think like we wanted America to be reactive to this story, and whenever like that tragedy happens, so it's a way of America welcoming these people to America, like to their idea of America, which without giving any spoilers, like I think you understand.
Correct. Yeah. Got it.
So that even the music like needed to like all the elements are like either synth or like opera, and like it's really orchestra.
Yeah. So when both the characters get into trouble, they were very effective scenes, especially one scene where you confront a group of men of sorts. So generally, when you're shooting, did you as youngsters like think, why is this happening in reality? Like, did it bother you about the real situation that the film is talking about? Did that bother you?
Yes, actually did. I mean, for me, Jeevan left a lot of things behind. So after the shoot, a lot of things stayed in my head. So during the shoot, I actually, did think about all the stuff happening.
Did it was it very transformative? Like, did it transform you as a person?
A lot of perspectives changed.
Yeah, as Amina, when I was standing there, it just, it was just sad and like two innocent people, and nobody did anything. They were just living their lives. So, yeah.
That's something that kept running in your mind.
Yeah. Like I had to question myself, and that was it, I guess.
You were saying so.
Yeah, no, I think the main realization that we had, like as writers as well, like while we were doing the film, because I remember one conversation with Abhinay, is while certain things were happening, even during rehearsals, while we were rehearsing in real locations, we had a sense of guilt, like where we can change this if we wanted to, but we're still like putting these characters through that. I think like that sense of guilt kind of was this almost merging of fiction and reality, that where over here we can control this if we want to, but in reality I don't think there's anyone to control it. Like it just happens. Like here we could have changed that scene and made it something different, but I think there was that sense of guilt. Like in reality this happens, but we have the power to change it in fiction. But I think it only made sense to be honest over there.
Yeah, change doesn't, you mean to say that it could have been a lot more hopeful?
Yeah, a lot more hopeful, and because we were rehearsing for almost 2 months, we knew these characters almost personally, like and like these two actors as well, they were with us like all the time. So like putting them through those kind of situations, there was a sense of guilt on our hand as well. But here we were controlling the story, but in reality I don't think anything's possible.
Also, tell me something. I wanted to know how you thought about this entire script itself.
Yeah.
So, obviously, he's the protagonist. Jeevan is the protagonist.
Yeah.
And there are two religions already established.
Yeah.
So we kind of are made to witness the surroundings of Jeevan, the background that he comes from,
Yeah.
and the people involved in the religion and how they react to certain things.
Yeah.
But we don't know much about Ameena, right? Like what's exactly happening in her background, and
Yeah.
how are people from her end reacting to this?
Yeah.
Or for the fact that I think there's a scene where she doesn't pick her mom's call or
Yeah.
something like that.
Mm.
So what is happening there? Like how are people from Ameena's world thinking about this entire tensions that we are talking about?
Yeah.
Why isn't that not evidently shown?
That the main thing was that we from the starting we were clear that we are purely following Jeevan's perspective, because obviously extremism of both the sides are equally bad, but if we show the extremism of the other side, then I feel like even I'm part of the hatred. Like I can only tell this side of the story honestly, and that's why we followed Jeevan's perspective itself. Whatever Jeevan sees, we see. If he's with Ameena, we see Ameena. If he's with Premana, we see Premana. And going to Amina's perspective, like we wanted to add like certain realistic elements which hints at her perspective, like of her not picking up the call, and her being that rebel, and her opinions on America. So that kind of hints at her world. I think the only time that we see her world is when the fireworks thing happens. So that is, it just hints at whatever he has, like the insecurities that he has, all the visions that he gets. Even she has the same stuff going at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, but that happens only at that certain point, and that's when he realizes as well over there. So like, but
So so you're saying basically Ameena is also going through what Jeevan's going through
exactly
from her end.
Yeah.
Only thing is it's not shown effectively.
Because this is like, since we're following Jeevan, like we just need to see what he's seeing. Like if this was a proper feature-length film, then we could have like shown the other perspectives and stuff. But at the same time, I feel like if we show, if I would have shown, like I wouldn't have been honest, and also it's an act of hate as well.
Right. So tell me something. Currently, how the political climate is. Did you worry, or do you still worry about how the movie will be received?
Yes. Yeah. It's not a worry, but I hope it's only limited to social media, and it doesn't get physical. But at the same time, like, the message is universal. I'm confident that the message won't be misinterpreted, and I think that's something everyone will agree on. And I think like certain scenes, if you take it out of context, it'll make an issue. But watch the film as a whole. The message is clear, and it's not.
And how was the experience with the censor board? Like, did they tell you to change them?
The censor board was the main thing, because KRG had approached us last April itself, like just when we had released the trailer independently. So, so they just asked for the censor, like just get the censor done and then we'll proceed. So the censor took almost 2.5 months, and like after initially refusing certification itself, then we had to appeal back and forth, and
what is the concern? Like, did they have issues with the scenes, or
no, not the scenes, like their issue, certain scenes, and the issue was certain words that we had used earlier, and like it might trigger some people and stuff. Like the main the officer at CBFC, like he vouched for the film completely, but he was just concerned like how the public will receive it. So we got 12 audio cuts, like certain words, but no visual cuts also.
Right. So how has the experience been? You said this is your first film. You have acted before, first film as well. So what is the background like? Where do you guys where did you both study, and how did you land up in this project, and how has this promotional thing been like talking to media, and maybe even like traveling? Did they travel for the festivals, or
no.
Okay, yeah. So how has that experience been?
So to start with my background, I am from Puttur. It's a small town nearby Mangalore. So I studied in Vivek MV English medium school. So during my school days, I was actively involved in this acting, and I'm also a dancer.
Oh, nice.
So I was in my school drama team, and that's where the interest for acting peaked. After that, I was just involved in my academics only during my PU and degree. I was pursuing CA as well, so I
Right.
did my degree in Beijing during college Mangalore.
Okay.
So while I was doing my degree, Sarthak and the team had shot one ad campaign for a
Okay.
furniture brand. So one of my seniors from school, her name is Atmi.
Hmm.
She forwarded that campaign cutting to me, and asked me to be a part of that.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that's how I acted as a model. I mean, I worked as a model
Oh,
for that campaign, and
campaign.
I think like
Sarthak
the way he ran in that campaign was really good. And
Ah.
since this film has a lot of him
running.
running,
Yeah. That's how you kind of
Yeah.
thought he'll fit the
no,
role.
he just ran really cinematically. So like
Okay.
even on slow motion, he looked really good. We had a shot of him running in the ad campaign.
Yeah.
So we just told him, let's just read it out, and he fitted the look as well. Then the first reading, we felt like we could mold him. However,
Nice. And what about you?
I'm basically from Mysore.
Okay.
So my father is a theatre artist, so
Okay.
he was a senior artist at Rangayana, Mysore. So I grew up watching his plays and acting. And my first film, it was a Kannada film called Salaga. So there,
I've
it was
seen
a small
that.
character.
Oh.
Yeah, I acted as a child artist there.
Okay.
That was my first film. And then later on, I moved to Mangalore for studies. I studied in Indian Institute of Communication. So while studying, like there, I had acted in like two of my seniors' short films.
Oh.
And one of my friends, she sent a casting call post of Sarthak's, and she was like, she has watched Sura, his previous film, and like she really liked it, and she asked me to try, like just give it a try. And I sent one of my films, and that's how I got a call. And yeah.
Nice. And what about you? What are your plans? And after Green Girl, do you like want to write a full length feature?
yeah, the writing is done actually. So we'll most probably go on the flow
Nice.
early next year. So I mean, I take a lot of time for pre-production.
Right.
So, a 50-minute film was 4 months, so a full feature length will be at least 7 months. I'm guessing.
Right.
But hopefully by early next year we go on floor, and it's all there. The script is slot bound. And, we're pitching it to actors, producers.
Nice. And is that easy? Because you obviously said you are from US, so to come here and kind of make networks.
It's easy. Like the only thing that I'm taking away from the US is my technical proficiency, and the stories that I want to tell is rooted and it's of the people. So
Right. So all the best for Green Girl. May do well in theaters,
Thank you
and
so
all the best for your next projects as well.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.